On tonight's episode of Red Herring, Adam Goldstein, the security guard for the Frost Mountain Lodge, was found dead. His body was found in the dumpster behind the club. Authorities believe that the victim went to meet his killer before his death. Adam's body was found the next morning by one of the bussers, Felicia. He was killed on Sunday night. His body had multiple stab wounds from multiple angles. This evidence suggests that there were multiple people at the scene of the crime. There were 2 cameras located at the back entrance of the lodge. However, someone had erased all video footage from that night. The list of suspects you are about to see are being interrogated by local police officers.
Hey, I'm Andrew O'Donnell. I prefer to go by Drew. I'm 23 years old and I'm one of the bartenders at the Frost Mountain Lodge. I've worked there for 4 years or so. And, good job. How'd I know Adam? God, I really wish I didn't. I've known the guy since high school. He was a year older than me, and he tormented me. So I was pretty happy when he graduated. Then I graduated, and I started this job. Turns out the same idea. Go figure. But the pay was too good to quit. Argue? Yeah, from time to time. But I mean, the guy was super condescending, and honestly, almost everyone argued with him. From coworkers to customers to even Angelina. I don't think there was ever a person that didn't argue with the guy. Enemies? I mean, like I said, he wasn't really a likable guy. I wouldn't put it past him to have any enemies, but at the end of the day, dude was just a prick. I don't think there was a single person that standed him. From day one, nobody liked him. The night Adam died, yeah, I know where I was. I was with a few of my friends at a restaurant over by Main Street. My friend Nick just came back from his 3rd tour, so it was a pretty big deal. We were there for like 4 or 5 hours. I don't remember how long. I didn't get home till like 1:30 in the morning, and I crashed pretty hard. Personally? No. But I did hear a rumor that Adam was doing it. But it was just a rumor. All I know is Angelina was pretty pissed when she found out. I mean, who wouldn't be? Someone stealing money from you and you just find out about it? I'd be pretty pissed too. Last thing I said to him? Nothing. Try to avoid the guy at all costs. I had nothing to say to him, and all he had to say were negative things. Dude knew how to ruin people's nights. Pretty impressive if you think about it. But I wasn't for it. So am I free to go?
Hi, my name is Leah Cook. I'm 27, and I'm one of the cooks at the lodge. Yeah, I know it's ironic. Anyways, I've been working here for a little over a year now, and I love it. My friend Riley got me the job. And, well, before that, they would complain to me a lot about Adam. I never thought much into it because Riley can tend to exaggerate. But then I met him, and trust me, they weren't. Did we fight? Oh, we fought. Adam was, condescending, to put it lightly. He would come into my kitchen while I was working and just start nitpicking everything. And I went to culinary school, graduated a few years ago, top of my class. And yet he still had the audacity to just come in and do what he wanted and say whatever the hell popped into the head of his. The nerve. Enemies? Enemies is a strong word. He didn't have friends here, that's for sure. He just rubbed everyone the wrong way. I think it's fair to say we all hated the guy. Enemies is a bit much, but we definitely hated him. Now, Angelina and Drew, they specifically had their own issues with the guy. I don't know much about them, but they definitely had an axe to grind. The night he died, I was out with Riley. We went out to go grab some drinks because it had been a hell of a week. And we just both needed to cut loose. And it was one of the nights we both were off, which rarely happens, so we took advantage of it. I don't remember what time we came home exactly. It was quite a night, but I know I got home very late. Skimming money? Oh no. I can't think of anyone who would skim money. Everyone here was pretty straight. But, I've heard some rumors about Adam. I don't know how true they were, but he was pretty sketchy. So I wouldn't put it past him. The last thing I ever said to him: get out. One night, he had barged into my kitchen and demanded that I make something for him. The audacity, right? Criticizing my food and then demanding me to be his own personal chef. So yeah, I told him to get the hell out and get his own shit. So yeah, he was pissed at me. Granted, if I knew that were the last time I'd ever see him, I would have probably been nicer. But other than that, I don't regret a thing I said.
My name is Riley Johnson and I'm 26 years old. Did I know Adam? Well, yeah, he was the biggest douche in the crew. We've been working together for the Forest Mountain Lodge for quite some time now. But he always had this attitude about him that just made him so... But I mean, yeah, we argued sometimes. But to be fair, he had arguments with everyone. Literally everyone hated him. It was unreal. He would always make advances to the women that worked there, or to like the women that would just come into the lodge. He was always saying these ridiculous things that were just so inappropriate. He even told me one time that if I just said that I was a girl, he would totally bang me because it's gay if I didn't. Fucking asshole. He had such a smackable face. Any enemies? Well, that's basically everyone. If you're gonna try and catch the killer that way, it's useless. Everyone hated Adam. We'll be here all day. The night of the murder, I was at home. I went on a run, nothing unusual. Fed my cat, went to bed. No, I mean, one time I took a 5 because I needed it for the bus. I got into so much trouble for that. Lesson learned the hard way. I didn't like talking to Adam, so I probably didn't say anything to him. I remember just telling him to leave me alone because he just made me so uncomfortable. But yeah, that's it. Am I okay to go?
Hi, my name is Angelina Salvatore. I'm 25 years old, and I'm the owner of the Frost Mountain Lodge. My father, Al, ran the business until he died a year ago. So me, being his eldest, I took control of everything. I run the show around here, and I hold a lot of respect for my family business. Adam? Yeah, I heard what happened to him. It's terrible. He had been working at the lodge for a while. I would always get annoyed with him because he would let chicks go through security. I mean, I guess if they're hot, they don't need a valid ID. But, I mean, I didn't know him past the boss and worker relationship, so. I mean, I never argued with him other than to remind him to do his job, but I run a business here. I don't have time nor the energy to put up with some 24-year-old fuckboy. I mean, get some aspirations instead of having your dick out of your pants, you know? I'm serious. He would flirt with all the girls that used to come into the lodge. It was disgusting. Excuse me. Oh, that's good. Oh, Actually, he did have one spat one time with this guy, and nothing serious. He would just flirt with all the girls and other people's girls, and the guys would really give it to him. I think one time this guy even asked him to wait after his shift, you know, to like see him outside. I even had to call the police. Maybe you can find that in your record. I mean, it was nothing serious, but you know, any bit helps. Enemies? I mean, I know he would get in spats with other people, other workers, but I used to just tell them, you know, to keep it out of the business and, you know, to do what I'm paying them to do. And that was it. I don't really know much about the inside, the ins and outs of everything. I would ask the other workers. Maybe they know a little bit about the inside gossip than I do. Honestly, I spend most of my time juggling the books. I wouldn't even have time to gossip. The night of the murder, I left the lodge early that day. There's been some issues with the finances around my father's burial. So, no, it's okay. Thank you. So I had to meet with my family accountant and such. But I can check, my purse, sorry. I can check who I had on the schedule for that day, so I can tell you who was there last. Maria. I had Maria, they were scheduled to close, so they were there last. I usually don't have a set closer and opener, so I usually just look for who is most responsible and who has the last shift that day, and I ask them to do it. But I would ask them. Maria was the last one to leave. Oh my God, of course. You would not imagine how many times I had to haul my crew into my office because there was money missing out of the register. It happened all the time. I mean, I just got used to it, and I installed some new cameras over the register, but that was it. I told Adam that his pay would be ready for him on Monday, and that was it. I mean, even with how much of a prick he was, it's just sad, you know? You never know when someone's last day is gonna be. And I just hope that his family can find justice and peace, and this can all just go away. Is that all you need me for? Is it over?
Hi, my name is Maria Fuentes. I'm 29 years old, and my pronouns are they, them, theirs. I work over at the Frost Mountain Lodge as a bartender. If you ask me, I've been there for way too fucking long, but the tips are great. Adam? Ugh. Sorry. I wasn't too keen on the guy. R.I.P. to him, I guess. He was just such a prick and so fucking disgusting. He would literally hit on anything that breathes. He even tried it with me, and I shut that shit down real quick. So, if I was Angelina, I probably would have fired him long time ago. So, if we argued, jeez. He wouldn't even step in my direction without me giving him a death glare. I try to limit our conversations to just stares and drink orders. Adam had enemies with everyone. A better question would be if he even had friends to begin with. Everyone fucking hated him, and I wouldn't be surprised if any one of us did it. Obviously not me, though. I'm just here to get paid. Speaking of getting paid, I was doing a shift that night that he died. It was just a normal, like, in and out sort of situation. It's actually pretty slow that night, so I didn't mind it. Plus, Scott was off that night, so it really helped that nobody was at the club. I believe I was the last one out of the place. Angelina had left early for something personal and left me with keys. She knows that I wouldn't do something stupid like the rest of these characters. So, everyone else just kind of went home one by one, I suppose. Angelina isn't too good with scheduling people, so I had also came in for the next shift with Felicia. Too bad about that girl. Finding the body and all. She's too young to be seeing all of that. Skimming the register? I honestly wouldn't put it past Adam. He seemed to be the type. I know for a fact that it's not me because when I count the register, it always comes correct. The last thing I said to Adam, I don't know, it was probably like, get the fuck out of my face, or a glare, I don't know. Look, all I'm saying is that nobody liked the guy. And frankly, we're probably better off. We done here?
Hi, my name is Felicia Jones. I'm 19 years old, and I work as a busser over at Frost Mountain Lodge. What can I tell you about Adam? He was nice at times, and creepy at others, but I would usually get too busy gathering plates and cups to notice. Everyone at the club hated him for being crude and hitting on random customers, but I don't think that's a reason to just kill him, right? Then again, I haven't really been working here long enough to know anyone here too well. Plus, everyone here is older than me, so they kind of see me as the baby of the work staff. So no one really talks to me except for Angelina, Riley, Maria, and Leah. They're all nice, but enemies? It's like I said, everyone really seemed to hate Adam, so I don't really know how to answer that question. On the night that Adam died, I had finished my shift and I went home. Maria was closing up that night and I had insisted that I went home first and that she'll take care of the rest of my duties. I said my goodbye to everyone and that was that. Until the next shift, of course. I noticed that there was some trash left over in the kitchen, so I grabbed the bags and tossed them into the dumpster. At first I didn't think anything of it, but then I noticed that the dumpster looked significantly more clean than it did last night. I mean, who cleans a dumpster? So I inspected around it and I couldn't find anything until I looked inside. I saw his body. He was covered in blood and so lifeless. I didn't know what to do. I ran back inside the club and just called the cops. Maria was there with me. I'm glad I wasn't alone. The register? I'm not sure who could have done it, but Angelina did have many shifts, like staff meetings about it. I think the last thing I said to him was goodbye at the end of the night. He didn't deserve this. You should have seen him. This was out of hatred. Pure hatred. I don't think I can get that image out of my head. I need to go.
We killed him. The three of us were skimming money off the top. Originally, it was just myself and Riley. But then he caught us, and of course, he wanted in, or he'd tell. So, we cut him some of the money. Riley hated it. They didn't want to split the money 3 ways, and Adam was a douche on top of that. But then, we heard he was taking even more. Now that was the last straw.
We found out Adam was taking some extra. It made our blood boil, so we made a plan. I called him and told him to meet us behind the lodge. I told him we had a special surprise waiting for him. Men are so predictable, so it was easy to get him to come to us.
I used my keys and went in through the back to take some knives that no one would miss. The money, it was just too good to be split 3 ways. And Adam, he was just taking too much.
He showed up 15 minutes later with this excited and arrogant expression on his face. I hated it. So he walked up to us and we led him around the back entrance in the blind spot between the 2 cameras.
And then we just started to stab him over and over. You can't imagine how good it felt to just wipe that smug look off his face. God, it felt like we were stabbing him for hours.
After we realized what we did, we lifted the body into the dumpster and closed the lid. Leah and I cleaned ourselves up in the bathroom and washed the blood off the knives.
Then I erased the camera footage and the rest was history.
We did it.
And we don't feel guilty. I mean, the way I see it, it wasn't even a crime.